collecting all the products you use up and throwing them in one huge empties pool at the end of the year always sounds like such a great idea until you actually have to sit down with a huge bag full of trash to sort through. Will I ever learn? Probably not. So without further ado, get yourself a drink and let me talk you through the skincare, haircare and makeup I have finished in 2023. Almost everything has a dedicated review on this channel already, so I will keep things short for the sake of your and my time. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dr. Anne, a physician passionate about skincare and well-aging. As it is with all products, these aren't all the cleansers I have used this year, just the ones I have finished. I tested so many, only the best stay in rotation, and even those take a really long time. So just because it isn't in here doesn't mean I don't like it. It is probably sitting next to my sink half empty. The ones I did finish are the Ingredients Oat Cleansing Balm, a great one for removing makeup in the winter. It is the second time I finished it, and while some people claim it is too harsh on their skin due to the tiny granules it contains, I never had any issues with that. Then we have the 107 Beauty Chaga Jelly Low pH Cleanser. That is a great morning or second cleanse, and that I adore because of the scent, which reminds me of Earl Grey, the tea I have every morning. The Dr. Sam's Flawless Cleanser, on the other hand, has no noticeable scent and no exciting texture. It is a solid cleanser that gets the job done, but doesn't excite me enough to be repurchased. And the Dethiam Hylamide High Efficiency Face Cleanser is one I enjoy, but that, as far as I know, isn't available any longer, which is a shame as the texture and the way it behaved on my skin was quite unique. Toners are actually less than I thought. Despite not being a necessity, I use one pretty much every day and often layer them. The first one, the Innisfree Intensive Hydrating Toner with green tea seed, is only a travel size. I got it as part of a kit to discover the brand and enjoyed it a lot. It is nice and hydrating, but the scent is quite strong. Better make sure you like it before committing to a full-size bottle. The Geek & Gorgeous Liquid Hydration Spray Bottle is also a mini, and the second bottle I finished of this product. Especially as a spray bottle, it is great for in-between misting and for the summer. The only full size I have to show here is the Inkey List PHA Toner, which is, against common belief, not really an exfoliating toner. The polyhydroxy acids are acids by name, but more hydrating than exfoliating compared to your regular AHAs. While I like it, well, I don't think I will repurchase though. Now onto serums, which are, like every year, the category I have the most to show you. I love serums, I use several daily, and as they only contain 30 ml, it's much easier to finish those compared to a toner. The Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Serum is one that features every year because I love it and keep repurchasing despite the price. It is something that makes my skin feel healthier without me being able to pinpoint exactly why it is doing that. Earlier this year, I got a set of travel sizes from Glow Recipe, and the Glow Recipe Plum Plum Hyaluronic Serum is one of the two products I managed to finish. The other one is an eye cream I will show later. While it is nice and hydrating, it certainly isn't special enough for me to repurchase. Already repurchased is the Niod Copper Amino Isolate Serum. Even more expensive than the Estee Lauder one, but by far the best copper peptide serum I've tried in terms of texture. The first one was PR, the two others I've used since I've purchased myself. That is how much I love it. Now, on to Geek & Gorgeous, a brand I have quite a bit to show from. First, the Geek & Gorgeous Perfectly Clear Serum, their salicylic acid serum that I like for spot treatment more than for all over the skin. Then the Geek & Gorgeous Bee-Balm Serum with 10% niacinamide and zinc PCA. Again, I like it, but it doesn't wow me. And then 3 bottles of the Geek & Gorgeous Sea Glow Serum, the serum that started my love affair with the brand. It has 15% ascorbic acid, made fresh upon order to ensure maximum stability. And no matter how many others I've tried, few come close in sensory experience, and those that do can't beat the price. And to prove I've tried others, here are 3 more vitamin C empties that I tested on my face and then finished on my neck. First, the Other Age Advocate Vitamin C Serum that uses ethyl ascorbic acid, so a vitamin C derivative, and is surely a good alternative for those that don't get along with ascorbic acid due to sensitivities. Then the TM My Signature C Source Serum that I do like, with 2 exceptions. The texture is thicker than I prefer, and it is one that easily oxidizes around my hairline, leaving me with orange patches there, when I wasn't super careful. The last one I tried, the La Roche-Posay Pure Vitamin C10 Serum, was a disappointment given how much I like other products from the brand. I disliked the texture, it oxidized very quickly, and just in general my skin didn't really agree with it. Given all that, you will probably see a lot more Geek and Gorgeous Sea Glow in next year's empties as well. Face oils is a category I don't often have, as I don't really use many of them, but something I have finished repeatedly over the last years are the Serums Power D treatment drops. They aren't marketed as face oil, so I'm not even sure if they belong to this category, but due to their oily texture, I put them here. They are amazing to keep your skin happy during the cold, especially when you use strong actives, and the small size lasts me through all winter, so for me they were always worth the money. This is actually the first season I haven't purchased a new bottle, as I have so many other barrier supporting products on the go for testing that I wanted to see if I still need it. Back in the day when I discovered it, it was pretty unique. The moisturizer category is pretty small this year, not because I don't use any, but because I have too many open that I'm testing to finish them. The only one I have to show you is the InkyList Omega Water Cream that I love a lot. It is super lightweight, not tacky at all, and depending on the season doubles up as hydrating serum with something heavier on top, great for combination skin types. An honorable mention goes to the Geek Gorgeous Hydration Station that I would have finished had not someone on Instagram contacted me when Geek Gorgeous didn't have it in stock and offered to buy my tube because it didn't want to be without. Of course, I sent it over for free. I don't sell used skincare that I got via PR. So there you have another testimonial about how good it actually is. After going a full year without any eye cream finished in 2022, I do have quite a few to show you, some of which were already on their last leg last December. First off, two from the InkyList. The InkyList Retinol Eye Cream and the InkyList Caffeine Eye Cream. The first one is a decent retinol eye cream, especially when you're on a budget, but I have another favorite, so I won't repurchase. The second one has already been repurchased for the I don't know how manyth time. It is just perfect for depuffing my eyes after a late night crying session. And we all know they do happen for the silliest of reasons, but with this one, they stay our secret. Another retinol eye cream I tested this year is the Glow Recipe Avocado Melt Retinol Eye Cream. Again, a nice one, but out of the two, I would get the one from the InkyList price-wise. And the last one is the Biossance Squalane Plus Marine Algae Eye Cream that I enjoyed a lot, despite the fact that it has no actives. It is really nourishing but not heavy, so perfect for a more mature eye during the day. Sunscreen is the second category that is always large, so thank you if you're still with me. I wear sunscreen daily, and you will see that reflected in the many products I call office sunscreen. Not waterproof, but cosmetically very elegant, perfect for daily wear, but not for outdoor activities. And quite frankly, while they do differ in richness and texture, there are only three that stand out to me. The rest will just be listed under nice. We have the Bellflower Avocado Moisture Sunscreen SPF 50, the Sun by Me True Cica Aqua Calming Serum, the Abib Heartleaf Sun Essence Calming Drops, and the Mary & May Cica Soothing Sunscreen, and the Thank You Pharma Sun Project Skin Relief Sunscreen. The ones that get mentioned extra are the La Roche-Posay Anthelios UV-Immune 400 SPF 50+, that is the one I rely on for beach and outdoors, and then the Isle-Free Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel SPF 50 I finished twice. The Skin 104 Madagascar Centella Hyalosica Waterfit Sunscreen I finished twice. And the Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun Rise Plus Probiotics SPF 50 that I finished one. And I'm currently using a second tube. These are the ones I would repurchase. Filed under random are the conductive gels I'm using for my devices. One is the Pro Relax Conductive Gel that I get from Amazon, and then the Zip Golden Gel that I got via PR. The Golden Gel is so much nicer in terms of texture, but I completely understand that it being 10 times the price might put people off buying it. While I do almost exclusively talk about skincare, I do love makeup as well, and I finished one foundation, the L'Oreal Perfect Match Nude Foundation Serum in 0.5 to 2 very light. I already repurchased and might even get around to film a review this time. It has a light coverage and is easy to put on without getting streaky or flaky, so quite low maintenance. ingredients. Then I finished a tube of L'Oreal Volume Million Lashes So Couture. That was my favorite in 2022, but got replaced by the L'Oreal Air Volume Mega Mascara in 2023. I also tried the L'Oreal Air Volume Mega Mascara Waterproof, but that one is absolutely vile, so only the regular one gets repurchased. Then I finished the Catrice 24 Hours Brush Liner that I liked and I'm currently using in waterproof. And to show that I'm not exclusively using L'Oreal, didn't realize I had so many of their products until I looked through my stash. I also finished the Pixi H2O Skin Peel Translucent Powder. It is really lovely, never cakey, and gives a velvet finish to the skin. And the Max Factor Cream Blush in the color Soft Candy. That looks awful now that it is empty, but it's my favorite kind of cream blush and really affordable. For hair care, I have 3 things. The Gliscour Daily Oil Elixir that I use every day before brushing. Then the Le Petit Marseillaise shampoo with honey and shea butter for dry hair that has disappeared. And the L'Oreal Smart Bond Conditioner, still in the old packaging. I purchased the conditioner shortly before it was pulled from the shelves 2 or 3 years ago, planning to compare it to Olaplex, and already have a bottle of the new version in my stash to see that plan through. And that sums up everything. If you made it this far, thank you so much for sticking with me through this video and through the year. I will see you on the other side.